Hey guys, it's Coco. I'm recording from my dining room table. I have a special guest. I want to introduce Sarah Jackson. Hey girl.
Hey,
Well, thanks for coming over to my fancy studio, friend.
thanks for having me.
I had actually sent her a text. If you ever get a text message from me and I'm singing, you have made it to the elite. I like to send singing text messages. So I sent her a message yesterday. And I was like, are you allergic to dogs, clutter, kids, and chaos? And she said no.
Here I am.
She's also a mom of how many kids?
5.
5. Her son is also like 500 feet tall.
2 of them.
Okay, so both of those are your sons?
So my oldest son is like 6'4", and the youngest one is 6'1".
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so she's a mom of 5. She is a very shy yet lovely, energetic. I can tell that you're a lot of fun, girl. But she's also the face of stage 4 breast cancer. And I just wanted to share who she is, what she's doing, because just in a matter of days, y'all, the very first ever, I have goosebumps just even saying this, and Sarah has such a big smile on her face. The LightItUPMBC Fun Color Run.
Yes.
So this is going to be on Saturday, and tell us, I know what it is, but tell us what this fun run is going to be on Saturday, and then we're going to dive in on why we're doing it.
Okay, so the fun run is going to be Saturday, October 1st at Cole Park. We're going to have everyone get there around 7:30. And the run and walk is going to start at 8:30. It is to raise awareness and funds for metastatic breast cancer, which is the only form of breast cancer that kills. 100% of all funds donated go to research for stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. And so it's very important that we spread that awareness here locally and kind of build a community around everyone that is fighting it and their families. I think that that's very important.
Yes, and when we have fun events like this, it's a bright reminder on the reason on why we are actually gathering on October the 1st. It's the first one ever that's ever happened in the city of Corpus Christi.
Yes.
And I wanted you to share how this came about.
Okay, so I learned about MetaVIVOR when I was first diagnosed with stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. I was 34. I was originally diagnosed as an early stager at the age of 33.
Wow.
No family history, so we did a genetic test. I was positive for the BRCA2 gene mutation. So we did my chemo, we did a mastectomy, I did implant reconstruction, and then September of 2016, we did a preventative hysterectomy just to kind of make sure to be cautious. And when we did that, they discovered that my breast cancer had metastasized to my right ovary.
Wow.
So at that point, I was stage 4.
So it's just taking over all of that nether region, if you will.
Right.
Like all the insides. Is it now? Do you just get a hysterectomy
So I did. I had a hysterectomy in 2016. And then so now, and I was okay. Fast forward to the end of 2018, I felt another lump, same exact spot. Went back in. I had a reoccurrence, same thing, same spot. So this time, my oncologist sent me to Houston, and I went up there. I did my chemo here locally, and then we went up there, and I did my second mastectomy. I chose no reconstruction at that time. And then I stayed in Houston for 9 weeks doing radiation while my kids were here starting school.
Oh, wow. Yeah, let's not forget, when we hear these stories of women, and men who also get breast cancer. But this is a mom who has 5 children, a husband, and she is at least 5 hours away, with the traffic and all the things in Houston, getting hardcore radiation.
It was hard.
Trying to live, fight for your life, just had surgery, both of your breasts are gone. You're 36 years, or 36? Or 38 at the time. So young at the time. I just think that we don't realize, because we're told, you know, like if I'm being honest, I haven't had a mammogram. Holy crap. I'm getting mine on Thursday.
Good.
I know. Shit. I know, girl. But we get told all the time, get it young or find out the earlier the better, the earlier the better, the earlier the better, the earlier the better. But then sometimes they're like, sorry, sis, you're not 40, you're not going to get a mammogram and we can't. But you didn't even have anybody in your family. You didn't have the gene.
Oh, I did. I just didn't
Or
know.
you didn't know though.
Yeah,
so
I didn't know. So there was no reason for me to worry. Like whenever I had originally felt the lump, you know, I thought it was going to be non-cancerous.
Right.
I was not worried about it at all. So it totally caught me off guard. And then when I had the reoccurrence, because when it metastasized to my ovary, I did not, my doctor did not really explain to me what that meant. I didn't do my own research. I still thought, you know, I'm good to go. They just put me on a chemo pill. But when I had the reoccurrence, it really took me back. I was like, wait, this is going to continue to happen. I feel like I was not educated enough. You know, 20 to 30% of early stagers end up metastatic. You can be stage 0 and 25 later have metastatic breast cancer because they may not see the cancer. The cancer cells can be so tiny that they cannot pick them up on the scans. So that's a big thing. I think that's why it's important for everyone to be educated about metastatic breast cancer because you need to know,
you're right.
You know, that just because you were stage 2, I mean, I tolerated the treatment perfectly. Whenever I finished my treatment originally, I had clear margins. You know, I was completely cancer-free, so we thought. And, you know, now I'm in treatment forever. I do IV chemo every 3 weeks. I do a chemo pill every day. So the big thing about metastatic breast cancer is 98% of the deaths are from metastatic breast cancer. You do not die of breast cancer in your breast. And only less than 5% of the funding goes to metastatic breast cancer research. You know, it's so focused on early stage, but now we know even early stage, you still can be metastatic.
There's something that when I first met you, I wrote this quote down because it was, in a culture focused on survivorship, those with metastatic breast cancer who will be in treatment for the rest of their lives can feel isolated and misunderstood.
100%.
And that was what really hung to me more than anything was like, I just felt so schooled and dumb listening to y'all because I felt like I was educated. I felt like I knew what was happening or who I was chatting with. And I think I was just like, I'm sorry. Like, thank you for teaching me. And I just left like, God, there has to be more about what you're saying because 100% like we rah, great. Oh my gosh, congratulations. Yeah. And then the sister right next to her is like, I'm getting chemo on Thursday. I'm not finished.
Exactly. And you know, the thing with metastatic breast cancer is a lot of times you don't look sick. So it's kind of like what we call the invisible disease. So like we hurt, we deal with the side effects from the treatments every single day. Every single day you don't know how you're going to feel when you wake up, you know, so it is different.
It's that's why I was just so like, I don't know. It just changed the direction. And so I was like, we need to share this. This is so important. Also, there's only 4 women here in the Coastal Bend.
Well, we're kind of, I believe, making contact with the few more with the run now.
This is great. And so this is the whole reason why Sarah Jackson, Amanda Medina, Angela, and there's some other amazing women who are just helping pull this together in a very short time because Sarah had it on her heart and was like, we need to do something, reached out to MetaVIVOR, and they were like, let's do this. And they gave her 3 weeks to put it together.
No, it was actually a little longer. But they had the first fun run. Tara had one in New Jersey. And so that was the first one in May that they had ever done. So she kind of put the template together for all of us. So I think we had like a Zoom about it. And then I kind of started working on it at the end of July, like trying to secure the spot and everything. But it barely is all coming together, but it is.
It is happening on Saturday. This is happening 7:30, 8 a.m. We want you to join us at Cole Park. You're going to be able to park at First Baptist Church on Ocean Drive. There's still time to get registered. It's $35 to get registered. Again, 100% of the proceeds are going to be going to MetaVIVOR, and just a fun way that we can get together, meet these beautiful, amazing women. And, you know, like, I feel crazy when I have a bad day. Like, I'm like, bye, I don't feel good. And I just have a headache, you know, and I just think about these incredible women who are moms working full time, busting their butt 24/7, going to games, making mums, going to practices. You know, Amanda just got back from speaking at a pharmaceutical convention where she's sharing like what it really means to be a woman taking the medications that we're pushing and seeing the commercials on TV.
Yep.
You know, like, these are women right here in the Coastal Bend that are doing big, giant things. So when you see the walk on Facebook, don't just scroll by it. Share it. Post it. Say, I wish I could be there, or here's a donation, or, you know, I can't wait till next year. I can't make it, you know, this time, but I'm going to be there next year for you. Which that's something else too. The future of this walk is something bigger that Sarah wants to start working on. Do you want to share a little bit about that? At least put the dream and the vision of the goal out there.
Right. So, I mean, eventually we would like to start like our own local nonprofit here to help women with stage 4 metastatic breast cancer, because we know, especially the financial strain that it puts on a family, and just the support, you know, not just for the people fighting it, but for the caregivers and the kids. It's important that they also feel supported and have those connections, because when, you know, the time does come that we pass, we want to feel comfortable that our family is going to be okay. Our family is going to have someone to lean on, someone that understands what they're going through. So we want to start that here eventually. You know, we want to be able to be that resource for other people that are fighting stage 4 metastatic breast cancer here.
100%. Something else I had wrote down, you know, after you and I had met and chatted with Amanda and Angela that day, I just found myself Googling and reading articles, because like I said, I drove back just like, damn, wow. I just missed the boat big time. But this lady was sharing, she said, many also have to educate others about their disease, explaining over and over that no, the scans and blood tests and treatments will never come to an end. No, the metastasized breast cancer in their lungs is neither lung cancer nor linked to smoking. No, staying positive and just quote unquote, just fighting hard isn't going to beat back their late stage disease.
Right. I 100% agree with all of that. And for me, I think, you know, it's not even about fighting anymore. It's about accepting, educating, and, you know, advocating at this point.
Yeah, that's what she calls herself a METS patient. Have you heard that? I guess like a metastatic breast cancer patient. She put it like this: it's almost like having another job. My wish would be the larger support circle would just get it more.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what Sarah and Amanda and even Angela, who, you know, Angela's a sister who has survived breast cancer. She every time she goes, she's cleared. And so I sat next to her and she felt the same way. It was just like, I never thought about that when women go to the breast cancer tent, survivor's tent, and they're like, where's my sash that says I getting treatment tomorrow still? Exactly. So that's what they're doing. And I hope that everybody can make plans, or again, if you see it on Facebook in these next several days, you can share it. I'm not even sure when you're going to listen to this. I hope it's before Saturday so that you can do that. It's going to be a fun color run. You're going to get a bright color. If you want to share the colors on what the ribbon of the MetaVIVOR ribbon is.
So they are pink, teal, and green. So pink is for where the breast cancer originates. Green is for hope, and teal is for longevity.
Longevity. I love that. We want the longevity of our families here in Corpus Christi, and that just shows them. So like when Sarah's family, because your family is going to live on and they're going to share this, and And just like you said, accept that. And so that your family knows, and it's so important that your family is also going to educate young girls too, and sons too, and like what it means. And also, guys, here's just a real punch in the throat that when we say YOLO, that's for real. Yep. It's not just a hashtag. It's not Sarah sitting right here and I've just met her, but I've just seen all the things she's been doing on Facebook, and you're right, like you're just slaying it. You're just doing it, but you're like, I don't have a choice. I have to do this. I do. So I hope that we all join, as friends and sisters and other moms, and just really gather. We want to say that we want to be there for others. This is an incredible, beautiful way to do it. And even if you don't know anybody that's doing this, like, somebody that is. Yep. I think that's another thing too. Is like, since this walk has happened, you're learning about more women, and I think that's incredible because there's power in numbers.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Anything else you'd like to share?
I would like to share that on October 13th, which is National Metastatic Breast Cancer Awareness Day, there is an event called LightItUPMBC Live. You can watch it on YouTube. You can watch it on Facebook. And Corpus Christi was selected to be featured, so Whataburger Field will be lighting up in the 3 colors. So we're super excited about that.
Congrats! Thank you. She's also, guys, going to be representing the city of Corpus Christi, so she's also going to be speaking at this thing too. So yes. We were chatting about that. I was like, "Girl, you got it." I think when you're, oh man, God gives us hard trials. Yeah. And I'm not trying to say that like, well, God gave it to us, so you got to deal with it. First of all, I'm not that kind of girl, okay? I just, like you said, there's just ways to deal with it. And it's either I'm going to kick it in the face and do what I can while I'm here, or...
Yep. I mean, and it's important. My kids have a 50% chance of getting the BRCA2 gene, which raises their chances for... breast cancer and cervical cancer and several other cancers. So it's important. It's not even for like now. It's so much for the bigger picture. We need a cure. You cannot save me, but save my kids, save my future grandkids. Right. So it's important.
And I love that you said that it's important of the future. It's not about Sarah right now, but Sarah's being loud so that she can be louder for the other generation. And that is so important. So let's be about it, Corpus. Check it out on Facebook. It's LightItUPMBC on Facebook. And we hope to see you on Saturday. For all the details, be bright and early at 7:30. Again, park at First Baptist Church. And you can walk on down and join us. Wear a white t-shirt so we can get it all wild and crazy. And don't worry, Mama. It is washable. Okay? Don't worry. We're not going to stain it all up for you. Sarah, thank you so much. You did such a great job. Okay, friend. We'll see you later.